Texan shaves, steel in hand, traditional wet, shaving smooth and grand.
Howdy, and welcome back to A Texan Shaves. Still kind of sick, guys. I do apologize. I'm recording this on Monday. 3 in a row, man. Hardly any videos, and now 3 in a row. Crazy, right? Hopefully I'm better before I leave for Maggards. Anyway, today we have a new one from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements called Fiddler's Friend. Now, this was day 5 of the 2025 Advent calendar. Look at that hollow. Crazy. All around the campfire there. And it was one that was, from what I remember, unanimously, from the reviewers at least, a hit. It is really, really good. Really excited this one's coming out. It'll be out this weekend. Don't know what day, Friday or Saturday. You never know. In a full complement finally. Now, there's a story behind this fragrance as well, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. The sales blurb on this, and because of my throat, is huge. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I am going to talk about the fragrance and a little bit about its history a bit. But let's go over the hardware. And of course, I do have the matching splash. Let's get a good look at that label. All right. For the brush, something kind of new. I do have the new Moon Striker, which this is the glow-in-the-dark version, and if you don't know, this thing glows bright. Let me get that water out. It was pouring all over the place out of the brush. And let's see. Take a look at that. Look how bright that is. It's crazy. All right. Sorry, didn't mean to blind you there. And for the razor, something else new. I just received this today. By the time you're watching this, I'll have had this razor for about 3 days now. But this is the new Ellsworth Atelier. It is an AC razor. Beautiful, beautiful design. One thing about this, as you can see, this is a AC razor that has a 30-degree built-in angle. It's kind of built-in. I mean, you can still roll on the cap and stuff. It's not like locked in like a Henson or something like that. But kind of unheard of for an AC razor. I'm very curious how this is going to shave. This will be my first shave with it. So a little bit about the fragrance. This was, like I said, this was day 5 of the Advent calendar in 2025. Fiddler's Friend. There are, broadly speaking, 2 types of scent. This is from the sales blurb. 2 types of scents in this world. The first are the sort that politely introduce themselves, shake your hand, and then spend the rest of the evening trying very hard not to offend anyone within a 10-foot radius. The second type does not bother to introduce at all, and instead quietly rearranges the atmosphere around you until you begin to suspect that you may not be entirely alone. Some of you know exactly what I mean. Fiddler's Friend is very much the second type. It begins, as all good misdirections do, with a touch of bergamot, bright, agreeable, almost reassuring, the sort of opening that says nothing to worry about here. This is, of course, a lie, because no sooner than the citrus flicker made its polite exit than the woods step in and take over the conversation entirely. Cedarwood arrives first, dry and confident, followed closely by oak moss, which brings with it unmistakable feeling that the ground beneath your feet has been there far longer than you have. Patchouli settles in like an old story that refuses to be forgotten, while spice moves through the composition in a way that suggests something is happening just out of sight, and possibly just out of reach. And then there is the musk, not loud, not unruly, just there, observing, waiting its turn, twiddling its fingers. All of this would be more than enough for a perfectly respectable fragrance, but Fiddler's Friend has never had much interest in being respectable. It prefers to rock. All right. So let's get the brush loaded and move on with the shave here. And I remember really, really, really loving this. Man, I went back to my Advent videos just to see what day this one was because I couldn't remember. I remember it was somewhere in the middle. I actually thought it was day 7. So I had to go back and look at a few, and man, I kind of got a shock when I went back and looked, because that was when I'd shaved all this off and I was barefaced during that whole thing, and I'd forgot. And I was like, whoa, who's that? It was funny to go back and see that. And now I guess it's there for the internet and myself to remember for eternity now, that I had shaved everything off like I did. So that should be more than enough. Let me get this all rinsed out. So yeah, I was like, whoa, whenever I played that first video looking for what day this was. Oh, all right. I do apologize if I start coughing, sniffling, sneezing, all of that. I really hope I get over the hump of this. I thought I was possibly the other day, but it kind of hit me hard today. I even came home from work early. Let me set this over here. All right, let's get the glasses off and the face wet. Oh man, it smells so good. All right, here we go. Now, a little bit about this fragrance. This fragrance really isn't new, even for the calendar. And those of you that have perused the PAA database or talked to some people that have been in the PAA groups or have been a PAA fan for a very long time know about this fragrance. Douglas Smythe has a friend that is a fiddle player. And he would play at venues and he would sell, CDs and probably t-shirts and stuff, that like most musicians do at gigs. But one thing he wanted was an aftershave. And he sold it at his gigs. Douglas at PAA made it for him, and he sold it at his gigs. Now, Douglas says he made no more than probably 40 bottles. He made a batch, sold out, made a second batch. Well, this was not so much a secret, it just wasn't anything that was advertised, and as things often do, one of these aftershaves ended up on eBay and sold for about $150. Well, it became noticed as people, a very, very, very small handful of people were able to get their hands on this and were posting it on Facebook and other social medias. And so people were wanting it. People were wondering, what is this? Where did it come from? How do I get one? And it kind of became the ultimate unobtainium of PAA products. Probably the most rare at one point. I believe, I have the year written down. I think this originally came out, he says, about 2016 is what Douglas said. So it's an oldie. And it is a goodie, man. I am enjoying this fragrance. All right. Let's get the first pass going. Have a first use Schick P30 in this razor. I found it interesting when I first heard this story a while back that a musician was selling aftershave. True meaning of hashtag try something different. And I have to be honest, when I first found out about this whole story, I did hunt. I believe I remember a story when I first started and was in the PAA Facebook fan page that someone drove quite a ways just to get to one of these gigs he was playing to buy the aftershave, and did. That was when I started looking, and I think there was someone had commented, if you're going, let's do a group buy. We'll all give you our money so you can get us all a bottle. But been quite a while. But as with almost all things with PAA, it's a very unique story. Man, it smells good. Oh, yeah. Bringing back memories of how much I enjoyed this one during the Advent. For me, the musk in this is, in the soap at least, haven't gotten to the splash yet. The musk in this is a bit of the star of the show. Man, I can still add more water. Just look at all that lather. Beautiful. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm trying to not start coughing and hacking. My throat's getting very itchy. But I really needed this shave and I'm enjoying it. So good. All right, final pass. Oh, so if any of you ever had the original Fiddler's Friend aftershave, let me know. And but if you want to know a little bit more about the story, wait for the sales blurb. Also, check out the PAA database, which has information on the original. And I am looking forward to the full complement of flanker items for this. It's funny, the past few releases, I haven't bought anything past 2 weeks from PAA just because I have it. Wasn't anything I needed. So I'm kind of looking forward to this release to be able to buy something from PAA. As I said before, I completed all of my wish list that I had. The only thing I've kind of thought about going back and getting, because I had given mine away to Molly, is picking up another set of Black Shroud. But I haven't been in a hurry because it's a regular item. It's not going anywhere. As far as I know, it's not going to be culled anytime soon. So I haven't been in a hurry to do that. That's a fantastic shave. All right, let me get a rinse, come back up for the splash. My final thoughts. Be right back. All right. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that warm water got my nose going a little bit. Sorry. Oh, fantastic shave. Fantastic. Let me make myself presentable here. There we go. Oh, that was so good. All right. Time for the magic. Fiddler's Friend. Cannot wait. Oh, it smells so good. I'll put this everywhere. Get some in my hand. Oh man, the cedarwood and oak moss really making a statement. Definitely. The bergamot's a little more noticeable in the soap. It's very subtle entry on those top notes in the splash, for me at least. But that cedarwood and bergamot, supported by the patchouli, man, that is definitely beautiful masculine fragrance. The woods in this are spectacular. Jeez. Excuse me, there we go. I got more musk in the soap, but I know it's here. I can smell it, but I can tell it's going to pop up in the dry down more. Oh, that is so good. So, Fiddler's Friend, guys. This will be dropping this weekend at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. You can click the link below in my description. It is also an affiliate link, so if you care to help out the channel, feel free to use that. Don't miss this one. Don't sleep on it. It is outstanding. It was one of my favorites. It was in my top 3 or 4. Yeah, it was definitely in the top 4 for sure from the Advent. So glad that it is in a full set now, full complement. Find your peace and mutton where you can. We'll see you next time on the Texan Shaves. Goodbye.